Good evening, everyone, once again. Now we are about to start the event. To start the event, may I please invite His Excellency Mr. C.V. George, Ambassador of India to Japan, to please give the opening remarks.
Dr. Rangan Banerjee, Director IIT Delhi, Ms. Ekta Kapoor, Mission Director ICPS DST, Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, President of AICRA, Professor S.K. Saha, IIT Delhi, Dr. Ashutosh Sharma, CEO iHub IIT Delhi, distinguished speakers for the seminar from India, including startups, senior officials and scientists from JST, universities, industry, and startups. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to address this esteemed gathering at our prestigious robotics event today. The remarkable strides in the robotics technology are not just transforming industries, but are fundamentally changing the way we live, work, and interact in our environment. From healthcare to manufacturing, agriculture to defense, robotics is playing a pivotal role in shaping the future. India, with its rich history of scientific and technological innovation, is proud to be a key player in this global revolution. Our nation has always placed a high premium on education, research, and development. In recent years, we have seen a significant surge in robotics research and startups, which have been fueled by a conducive ecosystem that includes government support, academic excellence, and private sector investment. Our government's initiatives like Make in India and Digital India are not merely slogans, but powerful drivers that are propelling the country towards becoming a global hub for innovation and technology. These initiatives are designed to encourage manufacturing and innovation in high-tech sectors, including robotics. The establishment of various centers of excellence in robotics and AI across the country is a testament to our commitment. Dear friends, India and Japan have a special strategic and global partnership since 2014. It is rooted in shared values, mutual respect, and a common vision for a peaceful and prosperous future. This relationship covers a wide range of areas: trade and investment, industrial development, infrastructure, rail, metros, digital, energy, human resources, critical and emerging technology, climate change, health security, space, defense, and semiconductors. Both India and Japan share a strong commitment to technological advancement and innovation. Japan's expertise in robotics and automation is world renowned, and their experience provides invaluable insights and knowledge. Joint ventures, research projects, and exchange programs between India and Japanese institutions and companies are paving the way for groundbreaking developments in robotics. These partnerships not only facilitate the exchange of technology and expertise, but also foster cultural and intellectual exchanges that enrich both the nations. The global robotics market in 2023 was estimated to be about 70 billion US dollars, which is poised to grow 3 times by the end of this decade and will cross 200 billion USD or even 250 billion USD mark. India is also making great stride in the area of robotics, Cobotics, owing to its IT strength, specifically AI. Under National Mission for Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems of DST, 25 technology innovation hubs have been established. One of them at IIT Delhi today, showcasing their work under this mission. If the interest expressed mission would be pleased to extend help forging deeper and focused collaboration on robotics and cobotics. I am so happy to know that All India Council for Robotic Association is organizing TechnoSean World Cup 2024. I strongly urge our Japanese robotics enthusiasts to participate in the event and play a role in this technology sector collaboration between our two countries. I believe there is huge potential for multifold increase in Indian researchers in Japan to do cutting edge research in the area of robotics, AI, and cobotics, besides many areas of mutual interest. This is more feasible as capacity in these areas has enhanced to a significant level in India and could complement each other in futuristic technologies. Under the initiatives of the government, India's S&D system has undergone transformational changes. Most recent such change is the establishment of Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Special attention to making it operational with adequate budget provision is the highlight of the union budget presented day before yesterday in India. Let's work together to achieve new frontiers of S&T, celebrate together, create and use technologies for sustainable future together. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving on, we'll have an address by Dr. Rangan Banerjee, who is connecting with us from IIT Delhi. Dr. Rangan Banerjee, Director, IIT Delhi. Over to you, sir.
What is the sequence? Is it someone should say that? Yeah. Good afternoon and greetings from IIT Delhi. We are delighted to be part of this, and we'd like to thank His Excellency the Ambassador for this opportunity, and we'd like to also tell the experts and the Japanese industry that at IIT Delhi we are really excited about the possibilities and the potential. We at IIT Delhi have been we are interested in the field of robotics and cobotics. We have a master's and a PhD program in this domain. We are also, along with the DST and the government of India, we host a hub, which is an innovation hub for cobotics. And the goal is basically to see that we can look at ideas where we look at robotics and cobotics going into the business, and we have products which actually go into and make an impact in lives, whether it is in the healthcare, whether it is in agriculture, whether it is in defense, a whole variety of options. And we try to create an enabling ecosystem. We've been looking at medical cobotics, and we believe in all of this, that there is a lot of scope for joint work, for looking at innovation across national boundaries. And with this, we have been in discussions with NATO. We have also been fortunate to have Japanese exchange research programs. We've had two faculty members who are from Japan. And so we really would like in this occasion to showcase some of the things that we are doing and try to find ways in which we can work together with some of you, and we can see where together we can do more than the individual. So we can exploit the synergies, and we can see there are potentially we can look at different solutions and then merge those solutions. We can also look at creating new markets and creating a forum where students, researchers, faculty members, and innovators across the two countries can actually get together and provide solutions to solve the problems of the world using cobotics. So we are delighted to have some of you come and visit us and then tell us at the end of it how you would like to partner and how you would like to take this initiative forward. Um, we are we are grateful to the ambassador and the Indian embassy, which will be our contact focus point there, and who will actually take this forward in the way in which and try to enhance this linkage so that we can all get mutual benefit from this. So with these few words, I would like to hand it over back for the next set of presentation. Thank you. Over to you. Okay, what is the next thing? It's a presentation. What's the scheduled sequence?
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, President of All India Council of Robotics and Analytics, to give a presentation on Technocian.
Dennis, Mr. C.B. George, Dr. Banerjee, Ms. Ekta Kapoor, all distinguished guests, namaste. It's been my pleasure addressing all of you and such an eminent personalities here. And here I'm representing AICRA. We have a associated body called International Federation of Esports. So we, as an association, supporting central government and doing policy advocacy. And one of the venture we started to promote esports. So we organize world's biggest robotic championship, that is Technocian. Every year that happens in India, and we established this property in other countries also this year. And next month we are organizing 8th edition of it. So first of all, I would request team to start a video, and then I will proceed it further. Can you play the video, please? this is 8th edition. Last year, around 22 countries team participated, but now this year we are having more than 42 countries teams coming to India to participate in this competition event. I'll just connect one slide, so for your reference. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So this meeting is just to invite Japanese team as well, because right now we approached 75 countries. 42 have already confirmed, they got all visa and everything. So we blocked all the accommodation for them, and they'll be traveling to India next month itself. This event is in 24th to 27th, 4 days in Noida, which is the part of Delhi NCR. So now coming back to this International Federation of Esports, this is the kind of federation wherein all the countries, association and part of this body is promoting esports, robotics game, drone games, all kind of these sort of games, technology games. So, and we are expanding in this operation in other countries also. Other countries also, so that they can also be part of this journey in technical games which is happening across. International Federation, we have members from the government side, from the representation from most of the countries. Just to maintain the time discipline, these are the valuable associations we have, like Ministry of Electronics and IT, part of it. And last year, DSC was also the part of it. We have USI, we have St. Joe's, we have CAPS. So lot many government, army, defense services, and other countries' bodies are also the part in supporting this event every year. Now we also, to support eSport, we conduct lots of conferences, seminar, meetings, roundtable meetings, so we understand what governments is there to support this whole ecosystem for the eSports. I have already, I think you have seen the video. Unfortunately, sound was not there, but you can understand the kind of participation we are getting every year. We recently finished our national championship, Russia, Bangladesh, Azerbaijan, and within this year itself, almost 13 more national championships will happen, and grand finale happening next. This is the journey we have. We started in 2014 with handful of first event we had in IIT Gandhinagar. Now we are having it in Noida Stadium. So 2014 to this year now, we approached 75 countries plus 25. As I said, it is more than 2,500 teams are coming to participate in 14 different categories. So total participation youth would be around 15 to 16,000. That's the only participation I'm talking about in these categories. I'll just share information about the competition which is being played in this Technozian. Yeah, this is one of the game, Robo Soccer. Just like any traditional play, there are 3 bots in different side of team and they play. The rules and regulations are very similar to the traditional soccer game. And we have this bots combat that is very fascinating and most exciting competition we organize. There are 3 different categories of game. So 15 kg is there, 30 kg is there, and 60 kg is there. So there are 3 categories, teams, clubs coming from all over the world and coming and giving challenges to each other in this game. Then we have started this game also, Sumo Bots, the reference taken from Japan itself. Sumo is very, battle is very famous in Japan. But this game is also getting popularity. It's where we are getting every year on year. So in this Sumo Bots, lots of teams are coming from various countries, just 2 bots fighting and pushing to each other on the given arena. And the next one is RC electric car. Today, everybody talks about EVs. So we are trying to promote electrical vehicle as well. So this we have included this year, RC electric car racing. So long arena and almost 2 feet, more than 2 feet size of the cars. There'll be lots of bumpers and obstacles, so crossing all the hurdles, just like Formula 1 race car. So this is the competition which is going to happen. Then we have for the junior students, the Robo Race. They usually make a small size of bots and I can just as fast as it reach to the destination. That kind of game is there. Then we have drone rescue. So we create a kind of ground wherein different challenges are there, and the team of the different clubs, they have to rescue a particular, some team or somebody else. That's how we give the challenge, and they cross all the hurdles and rescue the. Then after we have this maze solver, very popular in European countries also. I think some teams are there from Japan. So just like we play, there's a maze and the particular mouse, robo mouse, and they that cross the all the barriers and they reach to the destination as early as possible. Then we have this fastest line follower, very popular in India and other neighboring countries as well. So there's a black line and robots, what they create, then and there itself that cross all the hurdles and reach to the destination ASAP. Then we have this RC plane competition. Student make this RC plane, and we have taken it's an open ground, so it's that flies in the sky and different kind of maneuvering. It crosses some hurdles as well. So best teams gets the award and certification. Then this is a new game we have introduced, very popular in European countries, drone soccer. First time we are doing it in India as well. So 4 drone football kind of the team have to make this kind of a football, and that will be flying and making the goals in opponent side. Games rules are very similar to soccer, but that is through drones they are doing. So this is very popular now, and this is again have to happen in the night vision FPV drone racing. So in India, this is happening on the large scale. Almost more than 100 teams are coming from India and outside India to participate in this game, one of the largest events. Usually it happens in UAE and Middle East countries, very popular, but now very professional teams are coming from the institution, from the corporate, both sides. They'll be playing this FPV drone racing. Then we have this water rocket competition. Student used to make creating some kind of water that flies in the sky. Very popular among junior students, and they come for this competition. Then this is the last one, innovation challenge. So there are different kind of innovation happening in STEM education field. So this is an open challenge. Any kind of innovation in technology domain students can develop and make, and they can demonstrate here. So to be very honest, sometimes we feel the kind of innovation we see in our competition that can be immediately commercialized even. So very, very innovative ideas we see, and we try to connect all these students because they might be the future entrepreneurs. So we try to connect with the startup ecosystem wherein investors come and support them for the future development as well. So this is all about the competition. For the registration purpose, registrations are almost closed. 30th of August will be the last date. Almost all the challenges, the teams, what we have planned, it's already been done. But still, there can be a possibility till 30th of August. So you simply need to form a club under this International Federation of Esports and add on the members who wish to participate in any of the competition challenges. Submit your inform, get your registration. This is a normal process, and yes, we have arranged all these, because India is one of the largest tourism place as well. This is LENCR, very good places near to visit whenever the teams come from Japan, like Ajmer is there, Mathura, Janmbhoomi is there. So lot many good places you can come and have a look of, India. So this is all about any queries if you have, you can ask me now. And wish these 42 team countries participation, Japan will also be there because Japan is known to be, pioneer in robotics. So my submission, if the government supports to the team education institution, they are most welcome to come here and represent the country itself. Thank you. Any question you can ask me.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Next, may I invite Ms. Ekta Kapoor, Mission Director, NMICPS, Department of Science and Technology,
So,
to make her
can I
remarks.
ask?
Yes, please.
Sorry, I missed the dates. Which are the dates for the competition?
The dates of the competitions are 24th August to 27th. This is 4 days event, and registration will be ending on 30th of this month.
Okay. So you said 30th August is the last date for the registration. It's the 30th of July.
30th July is the last date for the registration. Game will be happening next month. So we have hardly 28 days left for the event.
Yeah.
All of you are welcome. You will have a different experience, very different experience.
Sure. Would love to attend. Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else? Thanks to all of you giving me this opportunity to connect you and giving you the brief of iFest. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, sir. May I now
Can we
invite...
start with the next presentation, please?
May we please have an address by Ms. Ekta Kapoor, Mission Director, NMICPS, Department of Science and Technology.
Thank you so much. Respected His Excellency, the Ambassador of India to Japan, esteemed guests and participants of the workshop who is joined from both the countries, India and Japan, and colleagues from the hub at IHFC IIT Delhi. A very good afternoon to one and all, and it's my pleasure to present you the activities that are being undertaken at the Department of Science and Technology through its National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems. Next slide, please. So the mission was announced by our Honorable Prime Minister on in the 104th National Science Congress that we have annually. This was held in Tirupati in India in the year 2017. Thereafter, we had the Honorable Finance Minister announcing the mission in her budget speech of 2018. And finally, the Union NMICPS on 6th of December 2018 at a total cost of rupees 3,660 crores for a period of 9 years. The mission is currently being implemented by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, through a network of 25 technology innovation hubs that was also mentioned by His Excellency the Ambassador. These hubs are set up across the country in reputed academic and research institutions in the areas of advanced technology verticals. The motivation for the mission was to provide a common platform for academia, industry, and the government to come together for the development of advanced cyber physical systems technologies, creating a strong foundation and a seamless ecosystem for CPS in the country. The mission focuses on conducting groundbreaking translational research. This should be leading to technologies and applications which should be available as marketable products. It also focuses on generating high qualified skilled manpower, nurturing state-of-the-art facilities in order to promote startups and an entrepreneurship ecosystem, and attract the best talent and dynamical businesses in the areas of CPS technologies. If we talk about the last slide, please. If we talk about the translational research, I would just like to make it a little more clear by saying that when we are doing research, the basic R&D just helps us to identify what are the dots available. When we do translation, we try to link up these jobs through lines which would mean a meaningful pattern. Of course, we are through this mission implementing and we are working towards developing applications which could be used in the various sector. We are developing various sectoral applications which would be used in various sectors of the economy to help the growth of the economy as a whole. Next slide, please. Talking about the strategy for the mission, we have initiated and we are implementing the mission in 3 phases. The first phase involved setting up of technology innovation hubs and the hubs working towards development of a proof of concept and prototypes. These hubs are working in various sectors, namely the medical, finance sector, the automobiles, agri sector, or even cyber security. Once the prototypes and product development is complete, the TRL level is increased and the hub would go into business development phase. This would ensure a sustained business coming out from the technologies and the technology products that have been developed by the hubs. The technologies would further be scaled up, and phase 3 would be the global business phase, which would help the economy to gain overall, and the economy to, to advance, to become, to help India to become a global leader in the CPS systems. Next slide, please. The slide gives us the list of the 25 technology innovation hubs along with their technology verticals that they are working on. All the technology verticals are linked to the CPS technologies, and the third one in the fourth row is the hub on Cobotics that has been set up at IIT Delhi. This is IHFC, where the IHFC is also the leading hub in Cobotics, and especially medical Cobotics, as they are working a lot in the healthcare sector. Next slide, please. The major activities of these technology innovation hubs that have been set up under the mission include technology development, human resource and skill development, international collaboration, translational research, startup ecosystem and job creation, industry collaboration. Then we have the increase in CPS research base and technologies to address some of the national priorities. Next slide, please. So if we talk about various sectoral applications, we have already the technology innovation hubs have categorized themselves based on the sector-specific technology development that they are working on. There are 5 basic sectors where all the 25 hubs can be grouped into. Some groups may be larger, some may be smaller, depending on the technology vertical that the hub has got. So these areas include defense and cyber security, agriculture, healthcare, environment, and infrastructure, to include autonomous navigation, communication, industry 4.0, smart cities, etc. Next slide, please. The progress so far for the mission has been quite promising. On the right-hand side of the slide, you can see the targets vis-a-vis the achievements made by the mission hubs. The 25 mission hubs have been already set up. They are all functional. We had to develop, say, some 500 technologies which were given as a mission targets in numbers for a period of 5 years as per our cabinet note for the mission. And till date, 409 technologies have been already developed. We talk of startups, so the hubs have been able to set up and incubate a total of 615 startups. Similarly, increase in CPS related research base, the technology products, and high-end skill development numbers are also quite promising. The missions are continuously being monitored through our national workshops on technology innovation and CPS. We call it in short the TIPS workshops, which are conducted biannually. Till now, we have conducted 4 TIPS workshops. The last one held in May 2024 at IIT Bombay. During these workshops, all the technology innovation hubs have been facilitated and mentored, and they are also mentored during the physical reviews that the mission office at Department of Science and Technology conducts for each of the hubs annually. Next slide, please. So just looking at some of the numbers and some of the figures that have come up towards contributions to the entrepreneurship development by NMI CPS. So a total of funding for rupees 154 CR has been done towards establishing the startups by the hubs. So we have currently 82 profitable startups that have emerged out of the mission. And the overall valuation of startups for the mission is approximately 9,000 crores. Next slide, please. So the current implementation strategy for the mission includes proactive implementation of the mission. We are in the process of getting a third-party evaluation or a third-party review of each of our hubs to be conducted, to suggest us some of the mid-course corrections or mid-course changes that we would like in implementation of the mission. We are also working towards critical review and evaluation of the TIHS, that is the Technology Innovation Hubs. We are showcasing the achievements of all our hubs through our quarterly bulletins, the NMICPS portal, and the various social media platforms available. We are also conducting the biannual tips workshops. Again, just to mention, this is to facilitate direct interaction between the mission office, the expert committees of the mission, various stakeholders, and the hubs. Last but not the least, we have just initiated a new program on the LLMs that we are taking up in the area of artificial intelligence. This is the Bharat GPT project, which is to be initiated at the mission very, very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ekta. So this is Narendra Gaur. I'll moderate the session now onwards. So now we will invite CEO of IHFC, Mr. Am I audible? Hello? So I am inviting Ashutosh Sharma, CEO of IHFC, to present his slides. Thank you so much.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. His Excellency Mr. C.B. George, dignitaries in Japan, dignitaries in India, and all the participants. I am Ashutosh Sharma, presenting about one of the technology innovation hubs that Dr. Ekta talked about. We are IHFC, I have Foundation for Cobotics. We are the technology innovation hub of IIT Delhi and set up by DST under its mission on interdisciplinary cyber physical systems. I have a slide on the mission itself, but I think Dr. Ekta has already spoken about it. So I'll just quickly run through this. So this has an outlay of close to about INR 4,000 crores. Works in the domain of technology development, innovation, entrepreneurship, and startup ecosystem, human resource and skill development, as well as international collaboration. I think we would look forward to some of those collaborations through this platform. So hubs are created at around 25 institutes with one technology mandate, technology domain as a mandate. So we are working in the domain of collaborative robotics and the associated technologies. Talking about IIT Delhi, which is where we are set up. So IIT Delhi is one of the oldest IITs established in 1961. It falls in the top 50 QS ranking for engineering and technology and top 100 in QS ranking for management studies. We have been set up as a Section 8, which is not for profit company in 2020. So around 4 years young as of now. So we work and rather focus on 4 verticals through our initiatives. One is the medical and healthcare. Second is agriculture. Third is industry, 4.0 and beyond, and defense. The 4 mandates I already spoke about, which is R&D, entrepreneurship, upskilling, and international collaboration. This is a slide which showcases our engagement model. So we, as IHFC, are at the center, and we interact with the 3 pillars, in our country, which is one is government, second is research and academia, and third is industry. And we need to bring this together. I think this is the mandate which has been given to us. And I'll just try and explain the meaning of these arrows and some of the text that has been mentioned here. So light blue arrows is something that we offer to these pillars. So for example, the topmost point we see research outcome and new technology or product which can be offered from IHFC to government. What we get from the government or research academia or industry is showcased by the deep blue arrows. So for example, from government, we can get technology or projects or skill projects. From industry, we can get some research outsourcing or market requirement which we can work upon. So this is the engagement model that we follow in our activities and initiatives. Also noteworthy to mention that IHFC can independently engage with industry, any funding or investment agency, both within the country as well as outside the country. Any external research or academia, IIT Delhi, we are already set up, but we can engage with the other research and academia, both in the country as well as outside the country, for delivery of any of these requirements or projects. This is a snapshot of some of the developments that have happened in the last 4 years in each of these domains. So in research and development, we have got 7 grant projects launched, and we have sub-projects running in around 25 plus institutes in the country, in India, with around 100 plus project investigators involved. There are 15 plus industry partners or startups who are engaged with these R&D projects. The total outlay of these projects is close to about $6 million US. As a part of these R&D projects, we also did a collaboration with NSF, which is the largest research and development funding agency in the United States of America. Apart from that, we have a lot of TRL 4 to 9 projects that we are focusing on, which are very close to commercialization. So we have 8 which were launched last year. In line with moving the grant projects from where they were launched to the next phase, we have also launched Grant Project 2.0 in the same domains, which have been launched in April this year. The domains that we work upon in research and developments are drone applications, intelligent sensing and security communication, healthcare robotics, rehabilitation robotics, so all nano robotics. So all these application areas of technology that we can see wherein these R&D projects are running. With respect to our entrepreneurship and startup journey, we have close to about 25 startups which are either being incubated or accelerated, and we target to have 50 plus by end of this financial year. For us, the financial year is April to March, so by March 25 is what we have set as ourselves this target. The next one is something which is very close to at least my heart, wherein we call it a READY program, and that is something wherein we would seek very active collaboration from the universities outside the country as well. We promote innovation through some graduate students in the country as of now, wherein if the student is in the final year of graduation or they have recently graduated, they can get some funding for some early stage technology development, which can then be taken forward and incubated as a startup. So we have got 12 students who have been a part of this program, very promising. In fact, one of the startup is also very successful one, which has come out of this program. He is present here, and I think he would be presenting the thing. Yeah. So I think he would have a presentation as well here at a later stage during the program today. Apart from that, we are in the process of setting up 10 co-innovation centers. I think Dr. Ekta talked about the spokes that we would like to set up in the country. We are a large country, close to about 4,500 engineering institutes in the country, and 25 technology hubs do not justify to the kind of talent and potential we have in the country in terms of research and development. So we are starting with some 10 spokes as co-innovation centers who will be taking some of these initiatives of art forward. We'll be joining hands with them to bring that kind of a talent to our initiatives and make these initiatives much more impactful. Apart from that, we have done a lot of work in upskilling and training. So some graduate professional trainings which are being conducted for organizations like Border Security Force of our country, some private organizations like eClerks, some graduate skill development programs, including one which is Robocon. It's a India leg of Robocon, which is a NHK Japan-led initiative for graduate students, which runs in Asia, in around 20 countries of Asia. Professor Saha, who is the project director at IHFC, he has been an integral part of this program for almost like 2 decades now. We also have done a lot of work for some of the schools in terms of development of their curriculums in AI and robotics, wherein we are trying to see that the skill development happens starting from the school level itself. So we have partnered with one of the very prominent boards of our country, which is CISC board. Apart from that, another Delhi government education board is something that we have partnered with, and we have a reach to close to about 3,000 schools as of now for the newly developed AI and robotics curriculum in our country. We have also partnered with ITU for some of these school programs wherein hands-on training on AI and robotics skills could also be done. It's a 2-year contract that we have done with ITU. The first leg will happen in October this year, and we would like to invite you all. It will be a part of an event called India Mobile Congress, which focuses on telecommunication and advanced technologies, and we would be conducting this event as a part of that. In the international collaboration, I spoke about the National Science Foundation, which we did collaboration in the R&D. There are the international challenges. I talked about Robocon, which is Asia Broadcasting Union, and United Nations, which is the ITU program that I talked about. we are in very advanced stage of discussion with NADO, India and Japan for some of the collaborations. We in fact conducted a few events together with them in Japan and in India. And also Odense Robotics, which is one of the prominent clusters in the field of robotics based out of Denmark. We are in discussion with them for a program which is run by government of Denmark. So I would like to end my presentation here. No, sorry, I think I missed that. We have set up two state-of-the-art facilities. Dr. Izzat talked about the medical focus that we have, medical and healthcare. So Medical Cobotics Center is one of the facilities that we have, and the drone technology park that we have set up at our Sonipat campus, which is right outside the Delhi border. I have just a small video to run on the Medical Cobotics Center. This is something which is already developed. So we work upon medical simulation, AR, VR technologies in medical and healthcare. So all these facilities are being developed here. The Medical Cobotics Center will act as a one-stop shop for innovation, wherein some of the R&D projects, some of the startups, some of the training programs for doctors as well as engineers who are working in this domain, are being conducted as we talk about it. We are very soon going to celebrate its first anniversary, which will happen in September. So we inaugurated this last year in September. We would look forward to participation from some of the agencies and institutions who have joined from the Japanese side to work with us in this domain, because we feel that being the largest population country in the world, this is one of the focus areas for us, and we would love to synergize and collaborate with some of the high-end Japanese technologies in this domain. Also on drone technology part, there is an indoor facility which is already developed in our Sonipat campus. The video showcases that. And the right side image is an outdoor facility which is being created, an area of 200 meter by 200 meter. The exact site is here, and we are in the process of development. The first stage of development, which will be a temporary one, will be done by end of this year. But I think it will take some time for us to develop this entire space, which would be a time frame of close to about 1 to 1.5 years henceforth. So with this, I would like to end my presentation. Would look forward to your questions, any queries. Does not allow me to have a lot of questions. So would request Dr. Yashwant or any moderator to help us with respect to that. My email ID is something which we can definitely share. So the questions can be welcomed on that email ID as well.
Thank you, Ashutosh. So I think the time is running, and we can take the questions later on. In case we can take one question, one or two questions in case.
If someone has a pressing question or something which is critical, or
Just move on.
no problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for taking us the larger footprint which IHFC is covering, be it from schools, colleges, startups, and finally meeting the industry. So my presentation, PPTs, please. Do you have my presentation? There are 4 slides.
Sure.
Please wait, we'll show it soon.
they're trying to connect to the next presentation, I would request you to please wait for some time.
Thank you so much. So IHFC has now around more than 30 startups and working closely with them. And few of them we are actually trying to showcase here. Few of them have been incubated or working with us to call for proposals. So there are more than 10 or 15 call for proposals which we have called for in the last 3 to 4 years. And this is the output of their participation, and they have worked with us. So the first one is the Arca Aerospace by Kudan-Minami, and it is based at Hyderabad, and the company was formed in 2021. So this company has participated in many defense and IDEX challenges and have shown their ethical capability, and they are particularly working on defense UAVs. So I think the presentation will be covering more by Kudan-Minami. The second one, I'm taking it to Articulus, who is into making affordable surgical robots, so that the robotic surgery does not confine towards tier 1 cities. I think they should go to tier 2 and tier 3 also. So that is how they are working on making it affordable, making it more sensitive towards the covering the larger masses. And I think the MCC, the facility which Ashutosh has shown to you, this is actually the facility which will be helping these kind of startups to give them space, mentorship, also lab facilities so that they can carry on their testing and other things. Yeah, next slide, please.
Deep, you have to control. Sure.
So the third one is Auditorium. They are actually working on drug quality control system. Whether the drug is fake or it is not, how much it is fake, so how much adulteration is done on that. And maybe later on they will work on more intelligent technologies like AI or something to find out whether the compound which is actually desired in the drug is actually desirable or not desirable. So all the quality checks they are making, and they are making spectrum kind of analysis on their drugs to find out whether it is fake or not. So it is formed in 2020, and I think our medical innovations at Medical Cobotics Center also they will be taking some space, and they will be coming here to do their experimentation. The next one is the I4 marine technologies. They are into robotics, and rather I should say underwater robotics and surface water robotics. And it is recently formed in 2023 by few of the entrepreneurs. Mr. Alok Mukherjee is heading that. He is the CEO also, and he is working on various robotic vehicles which can be underwater or over water surface, and also on the sensor system, solar boats and other things. So they are into designing various kind of boat systems in surveillance also, or in tourism also. So they will elaborate more on their working as well as the innovation as of now. The next one is the bot labs. Bot labs into the
This is PDF actually, which is
So the next one is the bot labs. They are into swarm drones and entertaining through their drones in the sky. And they are also doing beautiful innovation. It was formed in 2016, and IHFC worked as an accelerator for them starting in 2021. And they have showcased their capability internationally in Africa, in India, and other countries also. So they will be telling more about how they have, initiated their journey and where they are as of now. They are also, talking to defense and other entities also towards their innovation. But as of now, they are, one of the field name the drone fight show. So this is the moderation of from my side. I think we can start the next presentation of Mr. Shaurya from Articulus. So over to you. Thank you so much. So Shaurya, you can start your presentation.
Sure.
Are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I can. I'm just waiting for the go ahead. Great. Thank you, everyone. I think it was a great introduction, and it's amazing to be here on this platform. I'll quickly start with a little bit of a background on why we are doing this. So to give you a little bit of context, what you see on your screen are abdominal scars from abdominal and pelvic surgeries, right? Now, these are some of the most common surgeries in the world itself. And just to give you a little bit of context, around 170 million of these kind of surgeries happen globally. To be honest, it is a little more than one of these surgeries per person in a lifetime. That is the level of commonality that is there, in these kind of procedures. But the problem with this kind of surgeries and procedures is that, even today, even in 2024, most of these surgeries globally are still carried out through a traditional process, which is very, very old, which is known as open surgeries. And although there are better procedures available, either they are limited because of lack of surgical skills, or it is because the equipments that are used, contemporary robotic systems, are extremely expensive. Now, this is where our company comes in, Articulus, which was founded in 2021 with the aim to build the most accessible, affordable, and interoperable surgical robotic system. And, as was said in the introduction, the benefits of surgical robotics has to transform every single strata of the society, and that's what we aim to do. We build a lot of things around minimal access procedures and minimal access surgeries, but today we're going to focus on our primary product, which is the Articulus Pulsar surgical robotic system. Now, unlike what most people think about surgical robotic systems, these are not automated systems. These are master-slave systems where the surgeon is still in control. The surgeon is still operating on the patient, just that he is operating through a surgical robot that allows the surgeon to see the operating area better, to be able to perform surgeries with much higher dexterity, much higher precision, and therefore achieve much better surgical outcomes than he would have done if the surgery was carried out in a manual way. What you see on the screen on the left is a surgeon sitting on a surgical console, where the motion of the hands of the surgeon are converted into the motion of very, very small surgical tips, which are 5 millimeter to 8 millimeter wide, and these are operating on the patient itself. This is the essence of a soft tissue surgical robotic system. Now, our surgical robotic system is very different from anything else that is there in the market, right? Because primarily, point number one, it is the most affordable surgical robotic system, 5 times more affordable than anything else in the market. It is small, it is portable, it can be used in very small operating rooms, while at the same time, it is also a system that is easy to train on. So surgeons can learn faster, surgical teams can adopt faster, hospitals can adopt it faster, and that's the only way that we can actually transfer the benefits of this kind of a system to everyone. Now, the surgical robotic landscape has a few players. However, it is still dominated by manual laparoscopic surgery. The biggest problem is that most of these surgical robots do not give the right amount of value that they're supposed to at the price point. Articulus tends to break this value curve by providing way more features at a much lower cost of ownership. The scenario is going to change quite differently in the next 5 years, where we foresee that at least 25% from 3% today to 25% of all surgeries will happen through robotics. And here we intend to become one of the biggest players by still providing an absolutely amazing cost benefit to every single owner of a surgical robotics system. Now, we are a company which is highly focused on intellectual property. We build our own systems. We have multiple patents filed and multiple more which are on the way. And we intend to remain a strong technology player in this space as well. From a business perspective, surgical robotics is a great market. India itself is a $2 billion market. Globally, the market is as big as $40 billion. And some of the key surgeries which are a part of this market are urological surgeries, gynecological surgeries, gastrointestinal surgeries, surgeries which are as common as hysterectomies or cholecystectomies or bariatric surgeries. These are some of the key surgeries which are a part of this entire market itself. But what we also realize is that, if we just create a great system, it's probably not enough. And therefore, one of the things that we are really trying to do is create what is known as a pay-per-surgery model, right? Surgical robots are expensive. Even with all our innovation, it will still remain expensive for tier 2 and tier 3 hospitals. And therefore, we intend to implement what is known as a pay-per-surgery model, where hospitals and patients can actually pay for the benefit that they're directly getting out of the system and pay for the use of the system itself. I want to give a big shout out to my team as well. Building a surgical robot is not an easy job, and it requires people from every strata of research and development, people who are experts in both robotics, medical devices, compliance, industrial design experience, electronics, and that's what my team is currently based out of. My name is Shaurya. I'm the founder of Articulus. And I have about 12 years of experience in medical devices, robotics in general, and this is where I intend to put my expertise into. We are also led by some of the best minds in the country and globally as well, some of the best clinical minds, surgeons and doctors working very, very closely with us in order to create a system that can be used by everyone. While at the same time, some of the best business leaders in the country are also working with us. I want to finish with a couple of videos which you can see on your screen. I'm sure that that's a little bit of lag, but what you see on your screen are the surgical console that we have developed. That's the world's smallest surgical console. The surgical tools that you see on the second screen, and one below that you can see the master-slave system operating, on the system itself. We started about 3 years ago in 2021, and until now we have been developing the technology constantly. This is the year that we are going to finish our internal verification, validation, and we are in the process of initiating animal and cadaveric trials. We intend to do very, very rigorous clinical trials in 2025, and with everything going right, we will probably launch the product in early 2026. These are some of the great people who have been working with us and IHFC, and we are really thankful to IHFC and the National Mission, which has been constantly supporting us in this endeavor itself. We are supported by multiple organizations, both inside and outside the country. We're really proud to be a part of this vibrant ecosystem that is building some of the best products and has some of the best minds in the country as well. This is my final slide, which talks about what we are going to do next. Up next for us is expanding the teams further, raising more capital and, trying to acquire a lot of new customers. I want to say that Articulus holds a lot of value when it comes to the collaboration between India and Japan as well. Some of our key suppliers and key strategic partners are from Japan. And at the same time, we also foresee Japan as one of the most amazing markets to be in. So it's probably going to be one of the earliest countries after India where we launch the product potentially in the year of 2026. With that, I would like to end my slide, and I hope that this was entertaining and educational for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaurya. So, thank you so much, and nice to see your logo.
Thank you, sir.
And we can now request Arka and Space, Suraj Bonagiri, to start their presentation. His presentation. Thank you.
Hello. To His Excellency, to the Indian and Japanese delegates, a very good evening and good afternoon. My name is Suraj. I'm the founder of Arca Aerospace. We have our humble beginnings from my PhD thesis that's happening at IIIT Hyderabad. So the idea was to develop my thesis further into a product that will generate impact in both defense and commercial sectors. We take extreme pride in indigenizing the systems. When it comes to defense, the criticality lies in ruggedizing the supply chains. Our vision is to rise as a world-class engineering company in the UAV sector with a mission to develop high-performance, high-impact products for the society. The way we see the market is that the drone market for the next 30 years, it's going to be a very high demanding market. With the booming sector, and the last 4 years, there's a surge from the demand from the defense side. The same defense aspects can also be, products can also be spun off into commercial products with minimal or nil changes in the product. In such, we develop products in collaboration with established companies and with governments through programs like IDEX. A brief about IDEX, it's an initiative from Ministry of Defense. The idea is MOD and the user directorate provides requirements and they support us through funds to develop the product according to their needs with an assurance of a certain purchase order at the end of the product development. In such, we are developing currently 3 such technologies that I will take through in this presentation. The needs in UAV technology as of date, the way we see is in the defense markets. When it comes to defense, it's all about anti-drone and anti-drone technologies. When an enemy is jamming the UAV, how do we counter jam and then still perform a task? Another one is the loitering munition systems. These systems give us amazing range at the cheap cost and providing a distraction for the enemy. High altitude logistics, especially in the northern parts of India, currently mules are being used to carry the basic supplies like kerosene or medicines. So high altitude logistics is a very good market for drones. Manned unmanned teaming, this is where a single manned system along with a couple of unmanned systems can together conduct missions, providing them 10x or to 20x impact in conducting the mission. When it comes to commercial, we see markets in medical logistics, facility management, and first responders. And the growth drivers in both these aspects is that we do not require skilled forces, and it also pushes faster response times. And this helps us in providing the impact that current markets require. Given the wide market and the technology remains same when it comes to drone technology. So this is why we have a 4-point R&D approach, wherein the team, the indigenization aspects, the manufacturing and SOPs. With such a processes in place, Arca Aerospace can develop any kind of UAV product in between 3 to 12 months. We have an excellent team in place that covers from mechanical design till firmware, the UAV aspects, antenna design, embedded. The whole team is we do have them. Our target audience lies mostly with the Indian Armed Forces at present through the IDEX program, and then we also support private defense players in their internal UAV requirements. Commercially, we are operating with security security establishments to help provide eye in the sky for the facilities. And we are also eyeing for exports of these developed technology in the future. Coming to our very first product, this is called Elasticopter. It's a drone that can change its shape. It's one of its kind, and this happens to be my PhD thesis that has been spun off into a product. So normally drones have a fixed chassis and they are designed to carry a very specific payload. But Elasticopter has a reconfigurable chassis that adapts to the shape of the payload. This helps us provide stability across wide range of which is something that drones cannot. It is not just payloads. For example, it could be used for armed forces for various operations, as in they want to do attack ops, they want to tethered ops, they want to safety ops. It's just swapping out the payload. This helps the user to avoid buying a new drone for every new application and just a one-time purchase. And not just that, This also provides a facility of wearable aspect which current drones do not have, because the shape-changing chassis aspects helps us to compress the drone and wear it like a bag. So this is being currently developed with Indian Navy, the Marcos, the Marine Commandos, and with Indian Air Force for air defense units. And they want to use these drones for munition drop, surveillance, and they have 4 to 5 applications. And the second project that we're developing is the hard kill counter UAV system. So there are these VA-VP points, vital area, vital persons, that needs to be protected at any cost. And with the recent developments in the UAV technology and the cost-effective aspect, any drone with a small explosive can come in and create huge damage. In order to protect such points of importance, there are soft kill systems like jammers and radars that detect them. And then there are hard kill options such as this video. So what we've seen here is that we have a rogue drone, a simulated rogue drone, and the bigger drone is the anti-drone that we have developed. On board the anti-drone, there is radar, EO and IR, day and night cameras, and the whole entire AI and sensor fusion happens on board. And then using an in-house developed net launcher system, we position our anti-drone at a distance of 20 meters and then activate the net to disengage the threat. This entire operation is autonomous, starting from detection till intercepting, the autonomous following. End-to-end kill happens all on board the drone. The human is on the loop, just monitors what is happening. This project is being developed as part of IDEX with Indian Air Force, and it has a huge potential for commercial spin-offs in the airports, and also exports is the other aspect. And this is the final render of how the system would look like. We are currently performing certain simulations. The third system that is the swarm technologies. We have developed this as with Indian Air Force as part of Meher Baba Swarm Challenge, wherein a swarm of drones would be launched on an airport, wherein it scans the airport surface for FOD, foreign object debris. So these debris currently, what happens is the morning and evening, the ground force, they walk through the entire length of the runway. If there's any nut, bolt, or tools lying around in case of accidents or pebbles or dust, they collect them so that those things do not get sucked into the aircraft engine when it's taking off or landing. And with this automation, a swarm of drones would just scan the entire runway surface, detect using the onboard AI, and then report to the ground forces. This enhances the process by 5 minutes as compared to 1 hour, but by done manually. Another project that we developed with the Indian Army was a grenade launching drone. Currently, if at borders or anywhere, if a soldier has to hurl a grenade, they need to position themselves to a certain distance that takes 7 to 8 hours and then throw the grenade. Instead, we can just send a drone that will simply go to the location of interest, position itself 200 meters away from ground level, and drop a grenade. So this not only protects the soldier, but also makes an entirely autonomous system that's currently being utilized in Ukraine-Russia wars. And finally, this is a manned-unmanned teaming. This is a project that we have been shortlisted. The idea is to launch fixed-wing drones with 40 kg explosives from onboard a Mi-17 class helicopter. This will enhance the operational capability of Indian Armed Forces, wherein they can take out enemy radars from a distance without compromising the manned platform. So currently, we are in the scale-up process. Thanks to IHFC, they have believed in us and invested in us. That accelerated our R&D and initial activities. Next steps is all about hiring more of skilled people, internalizing manufacturing, expansion into commercial markets, and developing more and more innovative projects with IDEX support. With an attractive UAV market, there's a projected growth of 100 billion by 2032. With our 4-point R&D approach, we believe we can develop really good products in a very shortened amount of time. The competitive advantage of ARCA lies in its R&D, its business development and government affairs. And we can confidently say that we are ahead of 90% of UAV startups in India. And thanks to the ecosystem, our customers, our collaborator partners, and our investors, thank you for believing in us. We are just helping us develop really good projects. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Suraj. Thank you so much for this presentation. Now we will start I4 Marine Technologies. Welcome, Mr. Mukherjee.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think
Akash is. Yeah. So, are my slides visible?
yes, we can start.
Yeah. So, His Excellency Mr. C.V. George and other dignitaries and participants at this forum, it's indeed my privilege to be here and present on I4 Marine Technologies, a startup company that we initiated primarily with support from IHFC and other innovation hubs. We took up this challenge of developing this startup to work on marine technologies and intelligent marine technologies. Next, please. So the innovators or the founders of the company, I have a background of 33 years plus at DRDO. After retirement, I decided to do this, and with me are 3 more partners. Mr. Raja Mehbubani, he is IIT Bombay alumni with more than 40 years experience in making electronic systems. Mr. Sunny Sebastian is a boat builder. He's been building boats for more than 38 years. And Mr. Prakash Khanjode, and he is a mechanical engineer and industrial product designer. So we 4 got together and decided that we must work on technologies for water, because water is scarce and is going to be more and more scarce in future. And India is bestowed with with a huge coastline, and so is Japan, in fact. And we have a number of inland waterways. And realizing that this is going to be the need, we started this company. Next, please. So the roadmap we made for ourselves was to make unmanned surface vehicles, autonomous underwater vehicles, and intelligent sensing applications. These are the goals that we set out to do, primarily to make autonomous systems to work in and underwater. Next, please. So our aim was to, the method that we follow would be to design. First, the entire design is done in-house by us, then outsource the hardware through a number of other ancillary industries, because robotics, as you know, is highly multidisciplinary. And after the system comes into being, the software is also in-house, and integrate everything to make it into a product. Next, please. So as far as the unmanned surface vehicle platforms, we have been working on green technology. We have decided that all our systems will be working on battery powered or green energy systems. And our initial systems are working on electric drivetrains, and all of them would have autonomous navigation capability. To start with, the first one is the modular catamaran platform that we developed. This was from another innovation hub from IIT Hyderabad. In fact, they funded us initially to make a modular catamaran for dam survey and bathymetry, which is actually very, very important to know what is the water content, the amount of sedimentation in the dams, in the canals, and so forth. So we made this completely autonomous system. We could do it. We took we asked for 1 year, but we could finish it in 9 months. And what you see on the slide is actually live I'm not showing the video, but this is how the boat or the unmanned autonomous surface vehicle goes on the dam. It is programmed and it can collect data and then send it on real time back to the base. We also made another system of the similar type with lesser range. We tried and we did a trial and evaluated these systems on actual dams and gave the data to some of our national institutes to verify whether our data is correct or not. Next. It's not only collecting the raw data from the dams. After collection of data, we have to carry out the analysis. So we have the capability in-house to carry out the analysis and plot the 3D terrain underwater as well as the contour maps. All this is what is required by the planners in irrigation department and so forth. No, next please. Coming to IHFC, and we are grateful that they gave us an opportunity to be here. We have taken up a project to develop a solar powered, a battery powered and augmented by solar energy for a tourist boat, which could go around autonomously in different water parks where tourists would come and go around and have a look at different monuments or statues around these places. Next, please. So I'd just like to show you some of the rendered images. This is under development and under realization. The system is getting realized, and we always aim at taking the systems to TRL level 9 and 10 so that can get into production straight away. So what you see here is a solar powered electric boat, which would take 10 passengers. We have plans, if this works out well, and we have plans to go up to 20 seaters and 30 seaters as well, completely electrical. And after it takes off from the jetty, the autonomous navigation takes it from point to point, and at important places it would stop and give you an audio visual information of what is the monument that you're seeing on your way. Next please. We also have a plan to make in the same series electrically powered autonomous boats in a similar fashion, but for a different purpose, for more of entertainment. And there is a requirement coming in to us that they are required in the hotels, in these kind of resorts where they want different types of autonomous systems which can take people around and show them around autonomously. Next please. So this is what we are doing. Other than these two projects which are showcased here, we are also engaged in a number of other development in underwater vehicles for dam wall survey, structural to see the integrity of structures in the bridges, underwater vehicles as well as buoys. These are some of the other projects that we are doing. So our motto has been to drive indigenous innovation. And we look forward for Indo-Japan collaboration because both our countries are having a lot of water all around us, and we require such kind of technologies to be used. Next, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mukherjee, for this presentation and the products also. So I would like to invite Ayuth. We are missing actually bot-lab dynamics in this. So we will start with Ayuth now. So I think the presentation can be put in sequence accordingly. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. You are audible. Please start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Allow me to extend my warm regards from iGo Private Limited. Today we are thrilled to introduce our deep tech solution, MetaSpec, for efficient and intelligent quality control in the pharma industry, leveraging the power of artificial intelligence and near-infrared spectroscopy to accelerate routine quality control process in the pharmaceutical industry. So, India is known as the world's pharmacy. But it is alarming to note that 1 in 10 medical products in developing countries are substandard as per WHO. And we see media reports that 300 children have died due to Indian pharmaceutical products which were substandard. And recent reports suggest that 65% of drugs manufactured by Indian MSMEs are not of standard quality. So Indian pharma needs to restore its reputation as the world's pharmacy, and we strive to solve these problems to ensure quality value chain for safe, effective, and affordable healthcare. So, inadequate and inefficient quality control is a grave concern for pharma manufacturers, as it can lead to increased cost and time of production, product failures, and damaged market reputation. It accounts for 10 to 30% of turnover loss of nearly $8.4 billion in India alone. So, the traditional quality control processes have lower throughput when compared to high volume rapid production technology. They are time intensive processes and require high running costs. For quantitative analysis, the industry standard method is high performance liquid chromatography, HPLC. HPLC is majorly a costly instrument with high running costs, as it requires sophisticated instruments, columns, solvents, which are not sustainable, and also many costly consumables. Apart from that, it requires experienced manpower for sample preparation and analysis. The process involves complex SOPs, which are repetitive and human resource intensive, leading to errors. It involves use of toxic solvents, and the sample is destroyed, and therefore we produce a lot of toxic wastes in the process. So when we interview some of our pharma production people, we discovered that production and QA/QC lab managers face the problem of costly and inefficient quality control processes that result in productivity losses. There is also a lack of experienced quality control professionals. We found the pharma sector is divided into SMEs, large direct and contract manufacturers. And out of 10,200 units in India, there are nearly 6,000 SMEs with turnover of around 250 crore who are facing these problems. To address these operational challenges, they need time efficient and cost effective, easy to use quality control systems to ensure productivity, and this leads to our initial market opportunity also. So here is our solution. As you can see, this is this is the third prototype, which is currently under testing and development also. So as you know that AI has rapidly changing the world in all sectors, and it is high time we leverage its power in pharmaceutical quality control as well. At the core of Metaspec, there is IoT-enabled near-infrared spectroscopy coupled with cutting-edge machine learning algorithms. Metaspec Desktop, the model which is shown here, means it is the real-life machine actually. So it is an ideal solution for fast, simple, and robust routine analysis. It quantifies the concentration of active pharmaceutical ingredient in solid dosage form based on NIR spectra and the AI model. It is a rapid system. It have no sample preparation. It is suitable for tablet quality testing. It helps the quality. It checks the quality of raw materials and finished products in their solid state. And there is a SAS interface involved where through which you can get an end-to-end QOQC solution. So this is a very brief of the technology where the molecules in the sample absorb the NIR radiation from a source at specific wavelengths depending on their chemical structure, and we identify those like spectrum, and then quantify a different component based on the machine learning models, and it shows the results instantly based on based on the machine learning model that has been developed. So this is a small experiment with 60 samples of paracetamol tablets, which is a like a very general analgesic thing which is available in the market. So you can see that we have achieved accuracy of quantifying the concentration of paracetamol in different tablet samples up to 0.9 in our calibration model, and it is very much similar in case of our test set also. So efficient quality control automatically boosts productivity, and Metaspec is a game changer to its high performance efficiency. It is 5 times more efficient in terms of cost and speed. Its accuracy is as good as HPLC. It has no sample preparation, and it is a non-invasive spectroscopy, which makes it 22 times faster. And as there is no consumables required, it's 90% cheaper in terms of running cost. It's super easy to use, hence anybody can easily do a quality monitoring, authentication, and quantification. It gives a lot of scalability also. And our system is competitively positioned as our solution is the best case of efficiency and cost effectiveness compared to the market solutions. And unlike other companies where imported devices are costly and limited user experience, compared to other technologies, we are 40% cost effective with rapid like response, SaaS and IoT based smooth running, and better user experience. So moving forward, our innovative solution will come in 3 variants. Now it is desktop. The handheld spectrometer, you can see we have already developed a prototype for that also. And in future, we are coming for the inline processing system for real-time monitoring of production processes, integrated with our software as a service, which offers sustainability and flexibility. It can check multiple quality parameters simultaneously and provide predictive analytics for batch consistency in real time with no sample wastage. This process analytical technology will aid in deep tech transformation of pharma quality control, and it will deliver real-time quality assessment and data-driven decision making, which will enhance productivity, flexibility, and agility to revolutionize how we manufacture and distribute drugs at scale. So this is our team. I am Shubhadeep, and we have Professor Rajiv Bandopadhyay, who have a very long experience in this field of spectroscopy. We have Dr. Dilip Singh, who is an engineering PhD, who has developed this system along with me during our PhD. Soumitra and Uday looks at the business and application side of our Metaspec systems, and Avni Saxena is our business mentor. And we first installed our machine in your Mongpu. It's a directorate of Syncona and other medicinal plant, Department of Food Processing Industry and Horticulture. In the video and in the picture, you can see it was our initial prototype, which we installed there, and they are quite happy about it. Now it has immensely reduced their time of operation, and using this, they are quantifying the concentration of quinine in different plants which they have planted there, and you know that this quinine molecule has now got very much importance due to its immunomodulatory effect in your different cases like your COVID and rheumatic heart disease. And this is a patent which has been published just a few months back, and these are our several publications which we have done majorly in your Indian natural products and spices, which shows that further our system can be deployed in different kind of industry like medicinal plants, spices, tea, and other applications, including agricultural and feed industry also. So, means our active potential customers is GSK. We have signed an NDA with GSK for initial validation of our system, and we are working very closely with Albert David and East India Pharmaceuticals, Imami, Parker Robinson, which are based out of Kolkata. And this is a brief timeline, and we are thankful to IHFC, IIT Delhi for providing us support, and through which we are now trying to do the validation of the NIR spectroscopic system with industrial partners. And this is a very brief business model. And thank you. Join us in accelerating quality-driven growth. And I thanks all of you and the Indian Embassy at Japan and IIT IHFC Delhi for providing us this opportunity to show our work. Thank you.
Sir, I think you're muted. Can we please?
No, we would like to show the bot-lab dynamics presentation. Can you show please slides? Bot-lab dynamics slides, please.
Can we please have the next slide? Next presentation. I think we are facing some technical issue.
Is there any problem in showing the bot-lab slides?
Can you hear us? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. So the bot labs is yeah. So may I start? So the bot labs is founded by three founders, and one of them is Sarita Elawat, and they are into swarming formation of drones in the sky. Next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, next. Next, please. Next, please. So as I said, they are into drone light show, and they are catering a large national as well as international market, and they are first into making these kind of drones, or I would say nano drones, through which they conducted certain survey, but they are primarily into entertainment business as of now. And they have not only in India but internationally they have shown their presence and conducted some promotion shows as well as some light shows in the other countries also. Yeah, next. So they are into miniaturization of drones and making into drones affordable drones rather, and making it more economical with high volume and flying it on the higher space and making it different formation based on the occasion, based on the objective which are being given. So that is how the whole this thing is being done. And in Republic Day in India also, they have shown all the historical images and other things in the sky. Yeah, next slide, please. So they are building up more capabilities not only in flying but more hardware development also. So the flight controller, motor controller, the GPS and non-GPS environment, their software development and control management, their airframe design. I mean, these are their capabilities they are working upon. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, next slide, please. So these are the some of the products which they are existing or upcoming projects on which they are working on, and consistently they are working on their R&Ds right from smaller drones to the other defense oriented drones also, but it is likely to come. But moreover, they are oriented into entertainment space as of now. Yeah, next slide. So these are the some airframes on which they started working. Next. So as far as software development is concerned, the live feeding from the camera and the integration of the camera and the live feeds from the sky to exactly on the ground field. So those are the things which they are working on through R&D, and whether how to maximize those live feeds to be analyzed and then taking the corrective actions. So these are the integrated systems they are working upon as of now. Yeah, next slide. So these are, I mean, some of the journey. This is a basically journey. 2016, they started awarded with the Nidhi Prayas, and then having some Army Bureau recognition. They have shown some swarm technology using 10 drones initially, but now they are showing 1,000 drones in the 2021 beating retreat ceremony and the Republic Day at Rashtrapati Bhavan. And they have finally made a world record of running 5,500 drones in the light show recently on the 1st March on 2023. Yeah, next slide. So these are the founders, Sarita, Tanmay and Anuj from IIT Delhi. And they are actually housed at IIT Delhi only. HFC has actually accelerated them. Yeah, please, next slide. So they have their team of 150 specialists, be it controller system, hardware development, or event management and conducting them at various places. Next. So these are their new locations which they have where they have recently shifted their team. Majority of the location is working on the manufacturing and assembling of drones, so that making them more capable on the consistently more number of drone formation at the sky. Next. Yeah, some of the live projects. Next. 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 Yeah, so these are the some of the shows, pictures of those shows. Next. Yeah, so these are the countries, Djibouti, Angola, Sierra. These are locations to the Republic of Congo where they have conducted their shows. And recently famous Ambani pre-wedding, more than 5,500 drone shows at Jamnagar, Gujarat. So some specific branded promotion events they have done, like IPL, one of the most prestigious sports show in India. Some G20 event, and some of the global shows. So they presented India's Got Talent, one of the premium show, TV show, I would say. They presented their case. Next. So some of the print media, recognition. Thank you. Next. Next. Yeah, some of the awards: Nidhi Grant Awards, IDEX Awards, Prime Minister Awards, Civil Aviation Awards, and National Tech Excellence Award. And most innovator, 100 innovators of India today. So Tanmay got the award. Next. 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 So these are the upcoming technology and projects on which they are working. These are the indoor drones. Next. These are the DLD drones, disposable lightweight drones. Next. Next. And some of the IDEX challenges they are working upon. Next. So this is a helicopter launched weaponized drone. Next. 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 Yeah, next. Next. So some of these survey drones, which are also being part of their pipeline with camera integration and other live feeding. Next. Next. So let's close this. Thank you so much for attending this workshop and startup presentation. So I would like to request Professor Saha to give their vote of thanks. Professor Saha, thank you.
Thank you, Narendra. Konnichiwa. Minasan o genki desu ka? Little Japanese I remember. So I thought let me practice a little bit. His Excellency Ambassador of India to Japan, Mr. Ribi George, our director at IIT Delhi, Professor Banerjee. I first thank them for their valuable times to address this gathering. Dr. Yashwant supports to organize this event as an event. In fact, he wanted us to do it physically some time ago, but because of some difficulties, we couldn't do it. Dr. Ekta Kapoor from our DST office, the director in NMICPS, she has been really kind. Not to mention the other names, like for example, our startups, Articulars, Arca, I4 Marine, Ayodhya, and Bot Lab. I am thankful to them for their presentations here. Our Narendra Gaur has been working very closely with Dr. Yashwant to make this thing happen. And thanks to Ashutosh also to present what IHMC is on behalf of all other NMICPS THS. I've been told that there are more than 70 participants in Japan physically present. So I am very much honored and thankful for the interest for this event. And I would look forward to more fruitful participations on similar activities. And I would like to invite all of them to India whenever they are here. We would be happy to help them, serve them, and IHFC would take care of them as much as possible. Thank you very much. Embassy of India to Embassy of India to Japan, and they have been very kind to host this activity also. And I miss their environment there. I've been fortunate to be visiting twice in recent times, and the sakura gardens in front of them, and that's very nice. And thank you all. And minasan arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you so much, sir. With this, we will conclude today's event. I would like to thank all the speakers for their valuable time and sharing their knowledge with us. Also, I would like to thank all the participants who joined us today for this seminar and gave us your time. Thank you so much for joining. Now we will have a networking session with Indian snacks outside. Please join us for the networking session. Thank you so much.